I'm about to tell the whole world who is really Prophet Jeremiah omoto fufeyin.
Hello, my people. Una good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Wherever na dey watch on me. Mama Barcelona. One, I don't come. I don't come again. I don't come with another tori this time around. Una know this our prophet wey dey as wey call omoto. His son don come outside come confess am who dem be. Who be dem? Son, papa, son. Na now we dey do am here now. Make una no forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Make sure you watch the video to the end and understand wetin I dey always dey try to talk for my various video.
My name's Prophet. I'm about to tell the whole world who is really Prophet Jeremiah omoto fufeyin of Christ Mercy Land, Warri City. Share this broadcast to your group. Let me educate my name again. My name's Prophet Onyiwama Okocha Onyeze Jesus. Jeremiah omoto fufeyin is part of Onyeze Jesus. Onyeze Jesus is part of Senior Prophet Jeremiah omoto fufeyin. Believe that. The earlier you understand it, the better for you.
Greetings, people. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger yet again on another episode of the Enlightenment series. I once said this before and I'll say it again. God will expose them. If He doesn't, they'll expose themselves. Slowly but surely, in their maze of confusion and lack of understanding of this power and this force of the Enlightenment series, they'll start manifesting on their own. And eventually you will see their true colors. It will only take for those that have been enlightened to connect the dots. But the evidence is everywhere. Through their speech, their demonstration, and the way that they will be defending each other in public. And in the process, we will start to know and discover things that we didn't. They are in self-destruction mode. They are on autopilot. And their ships are sinking on their own. We are just here to correct the errors. We are just here to direct the path through which these people must take so that they can crash. Because eventually they'll be disgraced. They will be exposed. You can never hide witchcraft for long. You can never hide witchcraft forever. In the case of Jeremiah omoto, his witchcraft and his occultic practices and his native doctor origins are being exposed by his own spiritual sons, the dearest sons, who come out and claim that without Jeremiah I'm nothing. Without me, Jeremiah is nothing. Jeremiah is in me, and I am in Jeremiah. For someone to proclaim those utterances, for someone to say such bold claims, it's not just because they are chasing clout or they are seeking cheap popularity. They know what they've done together. They know where they've been together. They know the covenants that they have signed together as a brotherhood in this native doctor industry, in this occultic business of theirs. They know what they've done together. So many people will listen to this gentleman. He calls himself Onyeze Jesus or something like that. He's a baby charlatan. He's a native doctor in his purest form. Even though he's trying by all means to adjust to things of the church and also trying to, to rebrand himself as a prophet. Like I tell you all the time, all these Nigerian prophets, they are native doctors. It's just that the market of the practices of native doctor is not as profitable as it used to be back in the days when we were still believing in our African tradition. Nowadays, all native doctors are rebranding as men of God, as prophets. They are rebranding to also start their own churches, which are shrines in actual fact. But they are beautifying them and modernizing those shrines so that they can have the attention of the modern day customer, modern day clients. And the modern day customers, modern day clients are you people, the ones who still believe in African prophets. But if you listen to Onyeze, this Jesus Onyeze, this native doctor called Jesus Onyeze, he has made it clear that omoto is in me and I am in omoto. There's nothing you can do to separate us. We are one. We are in union. They know where they're coming from and they know where they're going. And this guy that is talking, he does rituals. He does animal sacrifices, goat sacrifices, cow sacrifices. He cleans all the people that he claimed to be praying for with the blood of animals. He has an entire shrine that is still running at the moment in Nigeria. But sooner or later, you see him calling himself a prophet. Him having a modernized building. Right now, he's still operating on a shrine level. But as time goes on, you will see this man, mark my words. He will actually modernize this shrine and make it a church so that now international gullible believers can start sending tithes, can start sending seeds. Because no one wants to be associated with things of tradition nowadays in our modern day society. Jesus is the new trend. So they've also seen that opportunity that, okay, let's capitalize on this Jesus thing. Let's capitalize on this Bible thing. But still continue with our practices, our witchcraft practices. We also have this other one from Nigeria called Joshua Iginla. I have said this several times that Joshua Iginla especially is the grandfather of witchcraft in Nigeria. There's a voice recording that just resurfaced. This voice recording, it was between Joshua Iginla and the traditional healer. Joshua Iginla consult with the traditional healer. All these gimmicks that he comes to do in the church, they get all the powers and all the spells and all these anointed things that you buy from him. They get licensed by the traditional healer and other native doctors superior to him that he consults. I'm going to post that voice recording of Joshua Iginla in consultation in a shrine, talking to another witch doctor, asking for directions as to how he can do this, what is required, what other sacrifices, how far can he go with this business of his, how can he prosper quick. I'll post that recording just to confirm to you people that what we are talking about here is not hearsay. What we are talking about here, it's factual. These are real things happening. But you choose to remain, dumb, and you choose to remain blind as if your eyes can't open. You have the ability to open your eyes. But you're just waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for. Or for the return of Christ so that Christ can come and declare these people wolves in sheep's clothing. And I know even on Judgment Day, the gullible followers will still stand up and say, no, Christ, I think you're wrong. I think you are mistaken somehow. How can you say Jeremiah is a false prophet or was a false prophet? We know Jeremiah Omoto is a true prophet. They'll debate. They'll contest against Christ. When Christ comes to tell them that these are jackals, they'll stand up and defend their purpose. The same way they are defending them right now. I want you to continue listening to this Jesus Onyeze, this witch doctor called Jesus Onyeze, what he said about his spiritual father, his brother in covenant, Jeremiah Omoto. And this should give you an idea. This should help you connect dots as to where Jeremiah is coming from. I've said this and I keep saying it. These are native doctors. Just listen to the confirmation coming from his son, his favorite son, the one that has been with him for a very long time. Jesus Onyeze, a native doctor, a witch doctor on his own, who has a shrine somewhere in Nigeria. What's their relationship? That's what you should be questioning right now. It's not just a relationship. There's no way darkness and light can ever meet. Oil and water can never mix. Jeremiah and Onyeze are mixing because they are of the same origins, because they are of the same practices. Listen to what the charlatan had to say.
Let me tell you my encounter with Prophet Jeremiah Omotofufuyi. I will tell you my encounter with Prophet Jeremiah Omotofufuyi. People don't know who is Prophet Jeremiah Omotofufuyi. In the year 2013, when things started turning upside down in my life, when everybody forsake me, even my brother, everybody forsake me. Nowhere to run, nobody to help. Year 2013, I'm going from one church to another. From one church to another. I have attended so many crusades. No one. 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. I have an encounter with God of Prophet Jeremiah Omoto. This thing I'm telling you here now is part of my encounter with Prophet Jeremiah Omoto. Until I have an encounter with Senior Prophet Jeremiah Omoto, I haven't told you about this story before. But I want to use this opportunity to tell you this story because of what is going on in social media today. Many people are speaking evil against that man. Many people are talking nonsense about that man. You don't know Prophet Jeremiah very well. I think you don't know that man very well. That man is a God sent in this generation to deliver mankind from captivity. I met an encounter with Senior Prophet Jeremiah on September 2019. I have nothing. I was nobody. I was nobody then. That was when he's doing his first surrounding water program. Surrounding water program. That was the first time he hosted that program, surrounding water. I was opportune to meet with him. Since that day, my life changed. Since that day, after I came back to my base, God now showed me where to follow, how to move, where to follow. Prophet Jeremiah Omoto is a good man, whether you like it or not. If you like, you give up. I know I don't even... before you hate me, you ask yourself whether you are important to me. Are you turning your name David or Adebisi? That is their own concern. Before you say you hate me or you disrespect me, are you important to me before? Are you understand? Is man God sent to regulate mankind? It's true. I know that I'm not used to talking about him here. I just keep silence. 2019, God used Senior Prophet Jeremiah Omoto to make a spiritual door for me, to make a way in my life. 2019 is the year I encountered the God of Mercy City, which I can never forget it in my life. That is the first time Prophet Jeremiah hosted surrounding water program. That surrounding water, September 2019, my picture is there. The video of me is there as an evidence. Why are you speaking evil against that man? Why are you people castigating a man that has done nothing to you people? Why are you people want to bring down a man God has brought to wipe away our tears? Why are people don't like good things in life? No one is perfect. No one is above mistake. Why are you fighting a man with a good heart? A man with a golden heart. If everybody deny him, I will not deny him. Prophet Jeremiah is part of me. And I, Onyeze Jesus, is part of Jeremiah. I'm not hiding. Prophet Jeremiah Omotafufuyi is part of Onyeze Jesus. And Onyeze Jesus is part of Prophet Jeremiah. No doubt about that. Whether you believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not. If you like, call him fake pastor. You are the original. Carry your original, the Wakana. God used Prophet Jeremiah to teach me spiritual things, to deliver me in the hands of my enemies. Prophet Jeremiah is a good man. He's a man of spiritual. He's a man of spiritual. Through Prophet Jeremiah, I have known so many spiritual things today. Through Prophet Jeremiah Omotafufuyi, I have come to understand so many spiritual things today. Your hurtness, your hurt against him will not make me to stop speaking good of a man that God used to show me spiritual things. Prophet Jeremiah is a 1 in a million. Whether you like it or not, Prophet Jeremiah Omotafufuyi is one of spiritual man God sent. People talking about Jeremiah Omotafufuyi, be careful. You speaking evil against that man, be careful. Jeremiah Omotafufuyi is a real man. He's a good man. He's too dangerous spiritually. Physically, he's bigger. Final word. Jeremiah Omotafufuyi is part of Onyeze Jesus. Onyeze Jesus is part of senior prophet Jeremiah Omotafufuyi. Believe that. The earlier you understand it, the better for you.
In as much as he's trying to defend Omoto, the part that I want you to take cognizance of is when he's explaining the depth of their relationship with Jeremiah Omoto. Saying that I am Jeremiah Omoto is me. They are one like that. He's not saying they are one like that because they communicate from a distance. No. They know where they meet when they're doing their rituals, when they're carrying on with their occultic activities. This Onyeze practices witchcraft, pure witchcraft. Even though sometimes he uses the name of God so that he can capture, an audience and trap some gullible Africans who are desperate into seeking help and getting solutions, from the problems that they are currently facing. And they'll approach witch doctors like Onyeze, who are in partnership, who are spiritual sons of Jeremiah Omoto. To those of you who need an enlightenment on how this charlatan called Onyeze operates, I'll play another slide of a video just to give you an idea of who this gentleman is. Most of you might be questioning, no, maybe it's just another charlatan, it's just another false prophet. No. Look at this so that you can have a full discovery of who this Onyeze charlatan is.
If there is any name that you are looking for, call those names. Summon those names. Onye na your favor na kia, call the names. Anyanwụ na-awa. This is the hour of favor. This is the hour of favor. Anything you talk much already come to pass. Ebuka Gemele. Obula olu ka ị na-alụ ọlụ a ga na-akwụsị ụgwọ bido taa gaba. Obula afia connection. Obula olu oyibo promotion. Command what you want. Even on yata bolu favor. Yes, we have entered another reign. Ige do de kebunu. Ige do de kebunu. Ige do de na ekede no ede na afode na nkwo na tata bụkwa nkwo. Niile no ben na yi ikwu nne gị ife ndị ikwu nne na-aza kpọ ọfa sefa bịa tinye aka n'ọlụ a. Fa bịa tinye aka n'ọlụ a. Yes. Alụsị ọbụla ekpe gị na ya niile ekpuchi taa. Nwa dibịa ọbụla ji aja ọlụ n'isi ka ị na-ekpuchi. Yes. Now say what you want. No surgeon had a go to your naman go to go if for Martin on you didn't put it close to your mouth and be saying what you want. Yes. Yes. Speak it. Yes. Yes. Favor. It will be favored this week. This is a favor walk. Anywhere you're following us, type what you want. Type the name of your village. You share this comment. Type the name of your village. Favor will follow you as they're praying. Even if I buke buchenda most buchenda court buchie more calamity before for Jeben and Millie. Ebukabia whatever to differ. Kiva ribuchi your soji on it here baz. Obuni yaneba noreba. Command and command it. I obuno obodo iboke no command their name and back this week. You must be favored this week. You must be favored this week. Even in Ebuchi Organiru Genigwe Bunyanya, type ABC and NI, type what name of your village. Don't throw away anything outside you. All of them go there inside, both the both the packet. Actual mark here, puta. No problem. But what if I can bu? Come on, your leg. Come here and stand.
As you can see from this charlatan, from this witch doctor called Onyeze, one thing that they don't know is when we call them witch doctors, we are not insulting them. When we call them native doctors, we are not insulting them. Our aggression is coming from them trying to be ambassadors of Christ. Yet they know that they are still carrying on with their, occultic and their witchcraft practices. This Onyeze, he takes people to the river. He makes all the people that he kind of delivers bring goats. They will slaughter the goats in the river. And they will start washing themselves with this water that is mixed with the blood of the goats so that they can be cleansed, so that the doors of opportunities can open, so that they can have a breakthrough in their lives, so that they can start manifesting riches in their lives. And at his shrine, as you saw in the previous video, he makes people, ride on horses and start making declarations. This will happen to me, and you'll be telling them, make the declarations while they are riding on horses. As you can see, that was a shrine. It's a shrine. It's a witchcraft shrine. Ride on a horse. But Africans, who did this to us, though? How have we become so vulnerable and gullible to fall for any trick, to fall for all of these gimmicks, to actually approach someone that will tell you to and start making declaration while some sort of a mood is being bent behind? And you can actually think that by saying that I want riches, I want to be a millionaire, I want marriage, it's going to automatically happen simply because you have carried on with this ritual. Do you think this is how life operates? Do you think this is how easy life is? That you just pay a certain amount to a native doctor who claims to be a prophet, and they make you ride on a horse. After riding on your horse, you make your declarations, your affirmations, that I want this, I want that, and tomorrow it will happen. I don't feel sorry for the people because they've chosen to be blind. They've chosen not to listen to this enlightenment, to this knowledge, to these gold nuggets that I'm delivering to them. They see me as the enemy, as if I'm fighting them. Yet I'm trying so hard to deliver them because they are in bondage. This is bondage. How do you expect any form of resolution or transformation to come from these practices? There's nothing that ever comes out of these prophetic practices or out of these initiations that they are being made to go through. The ones that I feel the most sorry for, the ones that I feel for, are the goats and the animals in Nigeria. These animals are going through a lot. They are being slaughtered day in, day out, in the name of seeking breakthroughs from the realms of the spirit, from the unknown world. Each and every day, a goat is dying in Nigeria, not one. Thousands of goats are being killed, slaughtered in Nigeria. For what? For rituals. I don't know if they will even eat the meat. But if you go to Tombolo, he's also slaughtering goats, 100 goats in the river. Cows, meat that could have been given to the poor Nigerians to eat and feast. To the poor Nigerians to eat and feast is being cut and being used for rituals. And still people still believe that Africa is going to change anytime soon. When we are going through madness like this, when we have succumbed to all this madness and actually believe that transformation is around the corner, when we still have people that believe and behaves like Nigerians, the way Nigerians love things of the Spirit, you would actually think that the things of the Spirit are working for them. Most of them are just, drowning in these spiritual things, and they have no clue. They have no proof to show that ever since they started going to this shrine, this has changed. My spiritual life has been transformed in this way. They become prey day in, day night. That's why in Nigeria there are so many shrines. Because this is an industry on its own that these thieves, these charlatans have seen, in that they are capitalizing on it. A small boy who did not even finish school, you see him calling himself a prophet. Jeremiah has recruited a lot of rascals that are masquerading as prophets right now, that are fooling people, prophesying to people with the information that they collect from the same people. And the same people who hear a prophet, I see your ID number is this. I see your car registration is this. Your name starts with a W. So what? Is that the significance of prophecy? How does that benefit you? How does that uplift you spiritually? By being told about your name. By being told about your great-grandfather, who probably died before you were even born. Nigeria is at risk. The believers in Nigeria, if they don't choose to open their eyes now, they are headed for destruction. The entire body of Christ in Nigeria will be contaminated with these native doctors if we do not put an end to it. If we do not put, an ode to this dispensation of falsehood. So the question that we are asking is, what's the relationship between Jeremiah Omoto and this Jesus Onyeze? Of course, they've already explained the nature of their relationship. Onyeze is Jeremiah Omoto. Omoto is Onyeze. So when I tell you that these people are native doctors, these are the same practices that your Omotos do behind the scenes. They can't do them now in public because they have made you believe that they are ambassadors of Christ. So they are just trading, with this name of Christ, so that they can continue and further their occultic establishments. I think we should have copyrights to Jesus Christ, to this name Jesus Christ, so that it cannot just be abused and just be used by anyone, anywhere, anyhow. Now we have witches and witch doctors penetrating and infiltrating the church of God, using the very same name that we glorify, using the very same name that we honor. They are using it in vain. They are using it for their witchcraft and their occultic, rituals. So Omoto, Onyeze, Tombolo, they are into sacrifices. Their sacrifices are, animals for them to be able to fool you, for them to have the capacity to deceive all these thousands and gullibles that are following and fellowshipping before their shrines, under the wings of their shrines. So I hope this opens your eyes. I hope this gives you an idea of the origins of your favorite prophet, or Omomo, or Moto Fufeyin. And you will be able to defend him, to say, no, Jeremiah Omoto is not part of it. It's up to you. But the truth has been revealed. Where Jeremiah Omoto is coming from, who he associates with. Tombolos, the Onyeze, we still have so many others that have not yet revealed their ignorance, that have not yet come out to showcase what they do and how they do it. So this is a credit that I'm leaving to you people, to go and fulfill it and to go and pay the debt of research and doing your homework and actually find out who these people are. Check out their background history. Check out what they do behind the scenes. You will know if you're in Nigeria, you're privileged. You can have all the time. You can have anything, any kind of information. I'm sure most of these people even know that these are witch doctors. But they're in it already. They can't leave. So they don't want to, to disconnect themselves from the source that they have been drinking from for the longest time ever. They have been made, servants and prisoners of hope. Believing in Nigerian prophets is just like imposing yourself in a prison, living in a self-imposed prison. You have the keys in that prison, but you never unlock yourself out to leave because you have become so comfortable in it. You don't see yourself out of it. The moment you think about living, you think everything will fall apart because they've made you believe that if you disconnect yourself from the anointing, things will not be well with you. So, my people, Nigerians, and all the other Africans from across the continent, wake up. Stay away from prophets, especially African prophets. These are not of God. They have nothing of God. They were not sent. They chose themselves. They are criminals. They are charlatans. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. They are misrepresenting Christ. They are misrepresenting the word of God. They are imposters. All that they are here to do is to steal, devour, and rip you apart, rip you off. It's Mr. Pull the Trigger. I'll check you out on the next episode of the Enlightenment series. And if it's your first time here, do the right thing. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, share this message. I hope it touches the heart and the soul of someone else that will be watching it. I'm out.